Sports fans, lace up your skates and grab your sticks and helmet because it is time to step onto the ice for some biscuits and penalties. I'm Cobra, and I am joined by Cat. Alex, unfortunately, cannot join me tonight. He would be the one stepping onto the ice instead of me. You're a starting goaltender, so it is instead Cat and myself taking the reins today. Say hello, Cat.
Hey guys.
So, we had a very, very interesting week this week. And by the way, before we get started and diving headfirst into it, I do want to apologize for the reason we did not have a Biscuits and Penalties last week. Um, Last week I had a personal panic attack at work the previous week, so that's why we did not have an episode of Biscuits and Penalties last week, and that was entirely my fault. But you know, the mental health struggles are real, and you know, just take care of yourself. That's all I ask.
Well, and I'm going to tell you that's not really your fault. And I'm going to say we're glad you're okay now.
Yes. So let's start with the biggest news to start, and that would be swapping of goaltenders. More specifically, the Edmonton Oilers and Pittsburgh Penguins made a move that was pretty interesting and could be self-described as a meme. And the meme that I'm talking about is the grandpa who is wearing a red checkered plaid shirt receiving a Christmas gift, and it's a red plaid checkered shirt. It's the same shirt that he's wearing, and he just had to look on his face like,
Oh.
what I always wanted, the same thing I have. And then and it didn't take long for there to be potential buyer's remorse in the building when the Edmonton Oilers entered PPG Paints Arena. And how funny that it would end up being Stuart Skinner on the losing end at Pittsburgh. And Tristan Jarry getting the second win in Edmonton.
Wasn't he did play a couple of games with them though, didn't he?
Tristan Jarry did, yes. I don't know if Stuart Skinner did or not, but I do know that they were wearing they were actually wearing their masks from their previous team, so it was kind of interesting. The other interesting thing about it was Stuart Skinner played like Stuart Skinner, and by that I mean he was holier than Swiss cheese. And Tristan Jarry played like Tristan Jarry. Basically, nothing really special.
Okay.
I do not know what the move was here. All right. I do not know why the Penguins or the Edmonton Oilers decided to make this lateral move. It pretty much played in parallel. You know, if Pittsburgh was expecting to trade for an Edmonton Oilers goaltender and get Grant Fuhr, they weren't getting Grant Fuhr. They weren't even getting Cam Talbot or Curtis Joseph or Billy Ranford. Not even Andy Moog. So I don't understand what the move was there. I mean, maybe they were thinking they were to get Ron Tugnut, but not that Ron Tugnut. By the way, that is a legit person's name, Ron Tugnut. He was a legendary goaltender. He played for both Edmonton and Pittsburgh. So,
You know, only you would know that kind of a fact, Cobra. Only you would
I have
mention that.
I have a boatload of useless knowledge, Cat.
I know. I
You
know.
know, especially when it comes to sports. I am a you know
For that kid that won at Trivial Pursuit all the
I
time.
to quote probably I am an oil vein and you are a Republican. Drill baby drill. I have to dig on you on that one. Oh, we're off to a hot start, guys. Uh
I know that's from a movie. I just don't know which movie it's from.
yeah. It's also I don't know either. Uh Anywho, and in other hockey news, we had. Oh wait, you kind of need to answer my question here. Why? Why do you think Edmonton and Pittsburgh made these moves, despite the fact they were trading for the same thing? Did Edmonton think that maybe getting rid of Stuart Skinner, could have gotten him out of that funk that he was in, that he has been in for the past couple seasons, or as a change of pace, or what was the point of this move?
I feel like sometimes you have to change things up, even if you don't necessarily want to. And sometimes you don't know where to start. So I feel like maybe they didn't know where to start with some kind of a, I don't want to say rebuild, that's not the right word, but they
Re-
might have,
I think the word you're looking for is refit. It's
okay.
not necessarily a refit, not a retooling either, just a reloading, a refit.
Yeah. Yeah. So I they it sounds like they just didn't know where to begin, and so they said, let's change up our goalie. Um and was that the right move? I don't know. They are two, even if their styles are very similar, they are two different people.
There,
They might interact with the team differently, the chemistry might be different.
I can
Um
definitely tell you that. I can definitely tell you that the chemistry is different. Pittsburgh is, still relies under wily veterans with of course Evgeny Malkin and Sidney Crosby and Chris Letang. Still there. They're old. They're older veterans, and of course Edmonton has Leon Draisaitl and Connor McJesus. You know, they have the offensive touch, so maybe that was the goal here. Edmonton was like, hey, we want your Tristan Jarry because we have the offensive firepower. We just don't have the confidence in Stuart Skinner. Hey, you have Tristan Jarry. He's similar to Stuart Skinner.
Hey
He's
guys, you want to trade us? I
yeah.
have an EV. Do you have an EV? Trade me an EV.
Wow, wow. I feel old. Yeah. Um, yeah, definitely that was the right move. Yeah, trade you Eevee for an Eevee. There you go.
But this EV evolves into a fire Pokemon, and this
Oh,
EV evolves into a water Pokemon.
so you're talking about Flareon and Vaporeon. Okay.
Yes, I can't remember all the names, okay? But Eevee is one of my
There's also
favorites.
Espeon and Umbreon when they evolve Day to Night.
I have those too on my Pokemon Go. Uh but I feel like sometimes a team just is literally stuck. And if I remember correctly, neither one of those teams has a good record right now. Am I remembering that correctly?
Let me look at this. Bring up the standings. Give me 1 second.
I looked earlier today. Um, but there's like a lot of teams. So
Yeah,
it was
yeah. Hold up. Yeah, the Pittsburgh Penguins are at second to last in the Metropolitan Division. Um, and in the Western Conference, the Edmonton Oilers are actually third. Are actually third in the Pacific as of right now. So, who
not
knows?
great, but not horrendous.
Correct. Correct.
But
Speaking
maybe they thought with this kind of a change, they would start winning more games.
Right. Like I said, filling some holes.
Good
Speaking of,
movie.
yep, and speaking of perpetual tire spinning, because this will segue into another thing that happened earlier. The Buffalo Sabres have decided to move on from their general manager. Everyone had been complaining about this general manager for a few years now.
Oh my.
Because they had a player who is currently on the Vegas Golden Knights named Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel was the number 2 draft pick behind, Connor McDavid of the Edmonton Oilers. We were just talking about him.
Oh.
Yes. Hold up.
Okay.
Let me keep going. So,
Yeah. Sorry,
Jack,
I'm just, catching up.
Yes. So Jack Eichel had herniated discs in his back. Okay. And he was due to get back surgery. So the Buffalo Sabres and this general manager did not want to wanted to give Jack Eichel the surgery that he actually wanted to get so he could perform in top shape. So basically, this caused Buffalo Sabres to have a bitter divorce with Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel badmouthed the city of Buffalo, saying it was a shit team with shit fans.
Like you do.
Which is bullshit. I mean, do you know who the Bills fucking Mafia is? Jack Eichel. But, he wanted out. He got traded to the Knights, Vegas Golden Knights. He got his back surgery that he wanted. He's a Stanley Cup champion, and is performing at a very high clip in Vegas. And the general manager who got fired was one of the main reasons why the Buffalo Sabres currently do not have Jack Eichel.
Oh,
that's one reason. The other reason, and the other reason for the perpetual tire spinning that they have is this general manager making shit move after shit move. I mean, yes, thank you for Tage Thompson, no relation, but hey, there's only so much you can do. I mean, Owen Power, he's good, but everyone else is, best way to describe it is some of them are plumbers and Make-A-Wish kids. Which leads us to what happened last night. So the Buffalo Sabres headed into Philly, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, they're headed into Philly or they were hosting them. Looking that up right now. I think it was, yeah. Yeah, they were hosting the Flyers.
Okay.
They were hosting the Flyers. So, as we know, even, when they're not televised, there are radio broadcasts. And so the Philadelphia Flyers radio broadcast team, during an intermission break, I think it was either the first or second intermission, I think it was the second one, one of their hosts, in a joking tone, said, "Why don't you come down here and I quote, why don't you come down here and blow me?" In that kind of tone. Then they realized, oh crap, he was hot. His mic was hot. And so the Philadelphia Flyers, having heard this, because they kind of had to,
hard to miss,
cracked down and decided, hey, the current radio broadcast team have been suspended for 2 games. So that's a little bit of
How do you let that happen? Like, there's a bright red light that tells you when you're hot.
I don't know. I've never been in a radio broadcast before. My dad has, with John Sadak, who I want to get on Dirt and Turf. I want to get on the Dirt and Turf podcast when we have
That'd
it.
be awesome.
It would be, because he is a good friend of mine. I'd love to get him on the podcast. But yeah, enough about baseball. But I don't know the entire dynamic when it comes to sports broadcasting and the cue and the switches and all that. What their mix amp is, what their whole system is, because it's a system.
It's very complicated. It's very complicated.
Yes, it is. But again, I don't know, how they could not catch that. I mean, I do know that a couple times that the mic was hot with John and my dad, and they were just, but when they were on hot mic, they were kind of casually talking.
Like they knew it though.
They never cussed or anything like that because my dad was professional, and I wish I had the broadcast still. It's lost to time.
Oh, I hate that.
Because it was a great podcast, not podcast, but a great radio broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Where my dad actually missed a couple home run calls because they ended
fouls. No.
But it's like you couldn't get off the bat. But anywho, we're getting way off topic.
That's our favorite thing to do, Cobra.
Yes, it is. We're unprofessional professionals here.
Right?
Yep.
No worries. And I'm working on my Christmas decorations.
Well, I mean, it is the holiday season. So, are you ready to hear some standings?
Oh, yes, please. Because, right. Those of you who have seen me on here a couple of times know that, I'm still kind of trying to find my hockey team, but I am leaning more and more towards the Capitals.
Which would make sense.
Don't hate me. I do also like the Flyers, but they are definitely further away from me than the Capitals are.
It's like this. It's like the Flyers are closer to me, but the Sabers are my team.
Yeah.
I'll root for the Flyers as well. But anyhow, East or West, Kat?
Let's start with West. We always start with East.
All right, let's go with the West. All right. 1 or 2. 1 or 2. All right. We're going with the Pacific. We're going to start with the Western Conference in the Pacific Division. And leading the Pacific Division is the Vegas Golden Knights. Hey, I just talked about them. They are 16, 6, and 10, 42 points. And by the way, for those new listeners who do not understand hockey standings, first numbers wins, then losses, then overtime losses. Which overtime losses end in overtime or shootout. Then right behind them are the Anaheim Ducks. Almost said Mighty Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks. 2012.
I love the Ducks.
Yep. 20-12-2, 42 points. Then the Edmonton Oilers. 17-12-6 with 40 points.
Wow.
Then the Los Angeles Kings. 15-10-9, 39 points.
They're really close.
Yep.
And like that whole...
Yeah. And a team that has definitely surprised me, and I said they were going to be a surprise this year, is the San Jose Sharks. 17-15-3, 37 points.
Wow.
And right behind them is the Calgary Flames, 14-7-4, 32 points. Then the Seattle Kraken, 12-14-6, 30 points. Yikes. And then, of course, the Vancouver Canucks, 13-17-3, 29 points. And I got to stop for a minute because we were going to report on this last week. But speaking of the Vancouver Canucks, they had a legend of theirs. Man by the name of Ryan Kessler. He's going to jail.
Oh, no.
You know why?
Oh, no.
Because now he's famous child respecter. Yep.
Oh.
Yep, he pulled a Kendrick Lamar. Say, Drake, I heard you like him young. Yep. Ryan Kessler, go to jail, you sick fuck.
And stay there until you rot.
Pretty much. Which definitely makes that Stanley Cup, against the Boston Bruins feel even sweeter, in a way, because the Boston Bruins won that series, by the way.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah. All right, now back to the standings. To the Central.
Back to the standings.
The Colorado Avalanche are leading this division.
Okay.
Shout out to our friend Joey Overstreet, the commish. 24 wins, 2 losses, 7 overtime losses, 55 points.
What?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
Yep. Right behind them, the Dallas Stars. 23 wins, 7 losses, 5 overtime losses, 51 points.
Wow.
Then the Minnesota Wild. 21, 9, and 5, 47 points. Don't sleep on the Wild. Do not sleep on the Wild. Then the Utah Mammoth. 17, 6, and 3, 37 points. I mean, last year they had no name. They were just Utah Hockey Club. Now they're the Mammoth. So
that, it's a step in the right direction. I hope they do well the rest of the season.
Yep. Then the St. Louis Blues right behind them. 13, 5, and 8, 34 points.
Okay.
And right behind the Blues are the Winnipeg Jets. 15, 16, and 2, 32 points. Then the Chicago Blackhawks. 13, 5, and 6, 32 points. And the Nashville Predators, not those Predators. 13, 6, and 4, 30 points. All right. Here we go. In the Eastern Conference, we have, leading the way is the Yzerplan, the Detroit Red Wings. 19, 13, and 3, 41 points. Right behind them are the Montreal Canadiens with an 18, 12, and 4 record, 40 points. Then the Canadiens' rival, the Boston Bruins, 20 and 15, 40 points.
Okay.
Then the Tampa Bay Lightning, 18, 13, and 3, 39 points.
It's still really hard for me to wrap my head around the fact that Tampa Bay has a hockey team.
A successful hockey team, by the way.
Yeah, they're a little far south.
Yeah, but I think they have 3 cups.
Wow.
The first one was won in 2004.
Wow.
Their goaltender was Nikolai Habibulin. Then right behind them, speaking of Florida, the defending Stanley Cup champion, sorry, gotta correct that, defending 2-time Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers. 18, 13, and 2, 38 points. Then the Ottawa Senators. 16, 13, and 4, 36 points. Right behind them are the Toronto Maple Leafs. 15, 13, and 5, 35 points. And bringing up the rear in the Atlantic Division, the Buffalo Sabres, 15, 14, and 4, 34 points.
Okay.
All right.
It doesn't really sound like anybody is completely blown out of the water yet.
No. But leading the way in the Metropolitan Division, Raleigh. Wait, I gotta do that right. Raleigh.
I didn't know there was a right way to do that, so thank you
There
for that.
is. You got to do Hurricanes, man, right? The Carolina Hurricanes, 22-9-2, 46 points. Right behind them are the Washington Capitals, 19-11-4, 42 points. Then the New York Islanders, 19-12-3, 41 points. The Philadelphia Flyers right behind them, 17-10-6, 40 points. The New Jersey Devils are bringing up the rear, 19-14-1, 39 points. Then on this episode of All My Rangers, the New York Rangers, 17-15-4, 38 points. Then the Pittsburgh Penguins, we just brought them up, 14-10-9, 37 points. And the Columbus Blue Jackets, 14-14-6, 34 points. So from what I am seeing, from what this is looking like, there is no clear bad team, if that makes sense. Like
it's how many weeks into the season?
Well, I don't know how many games they've played, but we're definitely not there yet. When it hits, we're definitely getting closer to the halfway point. So I mean, we got like 50. We got less than 50 games left in the season. So
okay.
So we got like it's 82 weeks, 82 game season.
Because the playoffs for hockey are like 2 months long, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see I'm still new at this, guys. Still new.
Yep.
But what were the two teams that like 24 wins or 23 wins?
Yeah.
That's
it takes 24 wins to win the Stanley Cup. In the
playoffs.
In the playoffs, in a best of 7.
Wow.
Best of 7 series every single time. It is the toughest trophy to win.
That's crazy. In a cool sports kind of way.
Right. So, hold on 1 second here. Let me do something here.
Oh, no.
Hold on.
I mean, yeah, go ahead. You know, guys, if I didn't give Cobra a hard time, nobody would. So it's just kind of my job at this point.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Watch what I do here.
Holding on.
Okay. All right. You see it now?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Have the Flyers, Rangers, Red Wings, Capitals, Oilers, Wild, Blackhawks, Senators, Islanders, Sabers, Blues, Panthers, Penguins, Canadians, Maple Leafs, Predators, Hurricanes, Lightning, Canucks, Bruins, Blue Jackets, Ducks, Kraken, Sharks, Golden Knights, and the Flames. And we have a lot on Sunday. Capitals, Red Wings, Avalanche, Wild, Sabres, Devils, Rangers, Predators, Jets, Mammoth, Canadians, Penguins, Maple Leafs, Stars, Senators, Bruins, and Golden Knights and Oilers. So, Kat,
I'm going to go with the Ducks game.
Okay.
And the Capitals game.
So, Capitals, Red Wings.
Yes.
Blue Jackets and the Ducks. Nice. And your Sunday game?
Oh, I thought the Capitals were on Sunday.
They are. They are. They are. See?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they play twice.
Okay.
They play a double header.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a home and home.
Oh, I can zoom in. Sweet.
Yep.
Okay, then on Sunday, can you scroll down?
Yes.
You know what? The Maple Leaves and Stars, and then the Jets and the Mammoths. You know, celebrate the team that has a name now.
Just one. Just one. Which one are you going to really focus on?
The Mammoths.
That Mammoth?
All celebrate the team that finally has a name.
All right. All right. And as for me, give me Flyers Rangers. Classic rivalry right there. Give me that one, and I will also take Hurricanes and Lightning. Top two teams near their division. Let's go. That'll be a battle. And for me, give me the Sabers and Devils. Right there. That is my Sunday game. But you know what,
Sweet.
guys? You know what? The holidays are approaching, guys. And I hate to say this. It's time to bring up our affiliate. It is definitely time to bring up our affiliate. Duke Cannon Supply Company.
Hey, Duke Cannon.
Hey. Merry Sniffmas, everyone. Duke Cannon definitely bringing the holidays right to you so your man won't smell like boiling ass. So,
yay!
Using our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcast to show the channel some love, you too can try a product that we actually endorse and support. Duke Cannon Supply Company, I definitely use and have been using for the past 5 years now. So do check these guys out. They are having an end of season sale, a free brick of soap on a $60 order, which also includes free shipping. They have a lot of festive soaps here: peppermint bark, illegally cut pine, the lump of coal. They have a lot more than just soap. They have cologne. They have the Bloody Knuckles hand balm, body wash, shampoo, the big ass lip balm to protect your lips. Check every single product out and show the channel some love by clicking the link in the bio wherever you get your podcast. Duke Cannon Supply Company. Merry Sniffmas. Smells like the holidays indeed. All right. So
there we go.
Yeah. So of course, that is it for Biscuits and Penalties. We have to definitely shout out our other podcasts that we do on Handed Down Sports Media. That would be The Hard Count, our pro football NFL podcast that we look forward to Saturday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We also have Passing the Pigskin with Billy as its host. We've been having some technical difficulties here. He has been running it on his channel, VolBill98. So do check him out. We also have coming next season or next year, because we're almost in 2026.
We're almost there.
The Lap Down, our NASCAR podcast with Greg Farmer. The Dirt and Turf podcast, our baseball podcast. That Cat and I host. So do look forward to that. We are getting excited for spring training.
Can't wait for spring training. Oh my gosh.
Don't forget, on Sunday, we have our pro wrestling podcast, the Handed Down Beatdown. We definitely have to talk about John Cena because this was not it was not very satisfying to us, although a lot more has come out why it ended the way it did. And of course, on Tuesday, all the hosts of Handed Down Sports Media we were going to share a very special year-end debriefing to let y'all know what's going to be happening next year, because we got some exciting news coming. So don't forget to check out our Patreon as well. We do have a Patreon. For as much as $1, you can become a member of our Patreon. The link is in our YouTube bio as well. Which, by the way, thank you for listening to us. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing the podcast. We cannot do this without you. We're trying to get to
Absolutely
100.
not.
We are trying to get to 100 subs, and it'll be all because of you guys that we will get there. We want to get there before the end of the year, and there's not much time left. So do hit the like, do comment, do subscribe, do share with your friends. Thank you for listening. Thank you for enjoying. And we have got to step off the ice because the Zamboni is here. We will see you next time. Hand it down sports media and Biscuits and Penalties. See you all later.